All right, welcome back. Ultimates issue 7. So last time, the Ultimates fought against Hulk and his little crew. They were destroyed. They lost. Iron Lad seems to be dead. Yeah, very bad. So I've been excited about this issue because on my TikTok, you can look it up. I'll put a link in the description of most of these videos. But yeah, so Ultimate Daredevil is coming back, and he shows up in this, not Ultimate Daredevil, just Daredevil. But yeah, Daredevil is going to be coming soon inside of, I believe is it Ultimate Universe Year 2, or it might just be Ultimate Endgame. I don't know, but he's showing up, which means, for me, I doubt he's going to just be Ultimate Daredevil for like 5 minutes and then die because he's blind and whatever. I'm sure that we're going to continue on with the Ultimate Universe, defeat the Maker, or the Maker wins, whatever. But the Ultimate Universe is most likely going to continue, just get a bunch of new writers. So that's all I'm going to say about that. That's my prediction. Will I come back to this video about that? Probably not, because I'll be too busy. But we have Captain America, and we have Jim Hammond. First Human Torch. They blame us for everything but the Lincoln assassination. What are the facts? Whatever happened to the Fourth Estate? Printed by the Daily Bugle, who is also owned by the Illuminati, as we've seen in Ultimate Spider-Man. And we are in New York. Don't do that, Jim. You're as old as I am. Yeah, but I've been rebuilt, soup to nuts, remade for a new age. I'm with it, Steve. People don't say that anymore. It's nice to have Steve have friends other than Tony and some of the other Ultimates, so somebody from his time. Come on, it should be around here, around this corner. Everything's a little bit different, but I don't need a map or a phone. I just need to get my bearings. Well, Steve, you better find them fast, because everyone's looking to you for leadership with Tony gone. So they go to a bar that they used to go to. Man, does this bring back memories. I don't think I ever made it here. Took a while to get the hang of eating and drinking without vomiting of superheated plasma. But Bucky and we'd still sneak in here when we were in high school. It was old even back then. And we will see Bucky soon. Don't forget about that guy. I would get beat up in that corner every other week by some guys recruiting for the AMPs when I was 16, stone sober when I threw my first punch. I guess it's really just a historical site now. Steve, you and I both know that there's going to be a war coming. A fire will grow. We've been through this before, but the others, you see how shaken they are? They're not used to losing people like we are. They aren't ready for it. But we have to get them ready. War never changes. And then we look at the news and we see live at Stark Tower Memorial. Who is that? It's your boy Matt Murdock. He's on the TV screen. So yes, 100% coming back as Ultimate Daredevil. I'm pretty pumped about that. But he says, remember the thousands senselessly lost? Literally hundreds of thousands mourners here today. All those who we lost, I pray for them every day. So this is a live event, but we saw this during Ultimate Spider-Man issue 1. This isn't the same as we sent the stuff back in 6 months before. We're just a little bit caught up, and it's also not snowing. So this is definitely not the same from issue 1 Ultimate Spider-Man. This is just a year after issue 1. But it seems the whole Ultimate team is actually out in New York, as Janet and Hank are actually at the memorial. I didn't think anybody would recognize us. We left our costumes at home. We're just Hank Pym, Janet Van Dyne, regular people paying respects to thousands of others. They go on. What happened here, it wasn't about us. You know that. It was a little bit about us. No, I just thought it was good for, after everything we've been through lately, that Tony, and you almost died, Jan. I didn't die. It's okay. I'm okay. Well, don't pretend everything's fine. Well, it is fine, as a matter of speak. But Janet, the things we've done, the things we've seen. Hank, please don't do this. People died because of us, Jan. Innocent people, directly or indirectly. Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. I know you're not sleeping. I know you're not sleeping because I'm not sleeping. How long do you think we can do this? And they sit in silence. I just thought it'd be good if we could mourn together or something, but I don't know. It was a good idea, Hank. Seriously. We see Hawkeye is actually going to Oscorp. We're supposed to be lying low, and he is actually stealing some stuff. I guess the Ultimates are not on the same page about Oscorp being some of the good guys right now. You don't know what you're doing. Shut up, Gary. These weapons are bound for upper and lower kingdoms. There's a war going on. There's a secret war, but they're a world away. Nothing to do with you or me. You've got no fight. That's what you guys don't realize. And he blows it up. It's all one big fight. And he destroys the warehouse. So it seems like some Oscorp business is still owned by the Illuminati, but I don't know. It's very strange because Oscorp is owned by Harry himself. So I wonder why he's just letting it go. And now we have somebody talking. I'm telling you, Mama, you should have been there. You should have come. I know you didn't believe in protest, and for democracy means hard old times. I know that your legs ache with varicose veins and the heat makes you tired, but you should have been there, Mama. You should have seen the stars. They came up with their sticks and tasers, their bulletproof shields, high-tech body armor, all of that for just a few dozen of us demonstrating in peace. And then the sky opened up around us. And she came down from it, covered in stars. Ooh, America Chavez is doing her own thing in Guatemala. She was beautiful, Mama, the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Light poured out of her like a vessel. She was so bright, it hurt to look at her, but it also hurt more to look away. Then she looked at the police, blinked once, and... well, I don't know what she did, but their high-tech armors melted, then froze. They fell over, making loud metallic sounds. They hit the ground, still as statues. And she said, I'm sure someone will be along to cut them out. And she spoke perfectly, but with the strangest accent I've ever heard in years. Someone asked her name, and she said, I'm America. And it was beautiful how she said it. Someone asked her where she came from. She says, I don't know. Every time I try to think about it, the past, I end up thinking about the future. And we do get into where America's from soon. And then we sat and spoke for a while, all of us. We spoke of a better world she believed existed or could exist. And that was everyone's responsibility to make it that way. She said there's a name for people who believed like her. They were called the Ultmates. And like that, if we like, we can become Ultimates too. And then we all heard the sirens, and she smiled, waved goodbye, and blinked twice. Then we were all home, all of us. But I wish you could have been there. I wish you could have seen her. And now we see where Sif and Thor are at. They seem to be at the Tree of the Nine Realms, the Tree of Yggdrasil, I believe. What did you say to Doom, Sif? I told them that there were 9 realms and that we have tarred too long in Midgard while neglecting the others. I told them that we could travel to Yggdrasil showing chaos, spreading discontent, and raising armies. I told them we would deliver to the All-Father Loki a matter of chaos, a taste of his own medicine. What did he say? I don't know, actually. I didn't really wait. The Asgardian rebellion begins now. So where should we go? So they are off on a journey to fight Loki. I'm sure they'll be back eventually for the Ultimates, but they're doing their own thing right now. And that kind of seems like the status quo for everybody, is that everybody's doing their own thing because of this biggest loss. So everybody's recouping, regrouping, focusing on their own thing. I'm sure they'll all come back together soon. She-Hulk says, send me back, Doom. I can't. I've waited long enough. Your teleport network, it's not a question of capacity. If I send you back to your island, you will die. Well, then I will die. But not just you. They will take you immediately. Banner and his men, they will torture and break you. They have instruments and techniques at their own disposal that allow them to play through your memories like a videotape. Camera sensitive enough to take pictures of your thoughts. They will discover everything about us, including the existence of this satellite. So not just you will die, all of us will die, and our ambition. But my people need me. Well, you being here is the only thing that keeps your people safe. It is the power Banner has over you, his only leverage. Is Doom telling the truth? Most likely, because he has been there for a long time. He was trapped in that citadel with the Maker, and he was tortured by the Maker. So I'm sure he does know of everything. I'm out of practice with people. I think I was never really good with them. The Ultimates was his idea. She-Hulk says, and now he left us to hold it together. Yes, perhaps I can tap into the Hulk's surveillance system. You won't be able to be there with them, but you might be able to see that they're safe. Thank you, that will make me feel better. We must keep going. We owe it to him. We owe it to them all. And they look inside of the little chamber that they have, and there's Tony. He is getting healed. Essentially, they're just reviving him. So yeah, Tony will come back eventually. He's not dead permanently. We ask for forgiveness and pray for them. 11 months remain. Thank you for listening, watching, and enjoying. This was a little shorter one, but that's fine. So yeah, peace out.